You all of you take your prose textbook, Glimpses of India, page number 85. Taken everyone. Show your textbook through the video. Open the video and to show the textbook. Then only I can give attendance. Okay, you be very particular in that. I will be very particular in that. All your performance will be counted.
Ma'am,
Okay. I didn't see once. Okay, Kausalya Lashmi, Sri Ridish. I will call the name that people alone close. Kausalya Lashmi, Harshan, Sri Ridish, Iniga, Tamil Selvan. Okay, close the video. These children's video close. Others, Mahit Kishore, Iniga, Sanjit. Okay. Fine. Sandhya, Vishal, open the video, Vishal, Sanjit. Then what about others? Arun Divagar, Arnesh, Anusha Devi. So I know Vishal. Open the video, everyone. Glimpses of India. What is the page number of Glimpses of India? Page number 85. And show I am mentioning your name in my notebook. Please keep it as an open, children. Open. Video. Sangamitra, only some blank I can see. Okay, children, fine. First, glimpses of India. Underline the word glimpses. Your text hereafter, everyone. Okay, children, close the video. Everyone should be occupied with your dictionary. Dictionary is very important. So be ready with dictionary. Next class onwards, I will inform to Anthony sir also. See, children, this section is divided into three. Baker from Goa, Coor, tea from Assam. See, really, this glimpses of India. Glimpses means glance, an overall look. Ipa India enna that we can going to see through the three main sections. That is first one. Enough. Kirti, Parvesh, enough. I saw. A Baker from Goa is written by Lucia Rodriguez, Kurgis, Logesh Abrol, and T from Assam is Anupkumar Detta. So underline all these writers' name. It is very important. First, glimpses of India. What is India is known for? How India is known? Glimpses means glance, a small look. What is India is famous for in the world? What is Bharani? Close the video. What is India is famous for? Say, children, what is India is famous for? Any idea what is the beauty of India?
India is famous for its places, ma'am. Historical monuments, ma'am. For places,
historical monuments.
Goa, ma'am. Historical monuments, you can say that is Taj Mahal, ma'am.
See, we can say so many varieties are there in India. Different types of states are there. Different climate, even inside the country. Food is different. Culture is different. Culture is different. Dress is different. Everything is different. But what is our policy? All the differences are there. Whether we are standing as different in our country. Say, do we standing apart in our culture? Hindus are there, Muslims are there, Christians are there, Jainis are there, here Buddhism, those who are following Buddhism is there, Jainism is there, so many variety of caste, creed, everything is there. But we Indians are always say. We Indians are always say, what is the policy of India?
Unity in diversity.
Very good. Unity in diversity. Who said that when we said Vishal or Kanish Raja?
And Vishal.
Vishal, very good, very good. Fantastic, Vishal. Give a good clap to Vishal. Unity in diversity. So unity in diversity. Give him a good clap. Don't you know to clap? Very good, very good. Iniga clapped. Then who else is clapping? Yes, yes. With the yes, I saw clapping. Okay, Sandhya is clapping. See, in the emoji applause is there. You can take that one. Top emoji is there. In that applause is there. You can. Very good. So we shall nearly 96 Sundays were there. Only very good, Vishal. Okay. So unity in diverse means different in so many areas, but we feel we are Indians. What is the unity in diversity? The feeling that we are Indians. Under the tricolor flag, we all are same. Whether it is a Christian, Hindu, Muslim, or whatever it may be, we all are same. Lakshmi, good, good. So that only we are going to see here in God. We in the northern side, southern side, eastern side, and western side. Culture, climate, caste, creed, everything is different, but we are Indian. That only we can see in this lesson glimpses of India, unity in diversity. So first we can hear about a baker from Goa. Do you know what are the peculiarities of the Goa? Say, what are the peculiarities of our Goa? Who can say? Sollu paakala. Those who are telling, say loudly, pa. Okay. Goa. Why Goa? What is it famous for Goa?
Beach.
Beach.
Beach. Everybody wants to go to Goa. Am I right? Because of the beautiful beach. And then next, Goa is famous for?
Coconut.
I think it is the smallest state. Am I right?
Yes, ma'am.
Small state. Hey, you people are reading social science. Don't you know about Goa? Say. What is special about Goa?
Ma'am, beach, ma'am.
Beach, ma'am. Then what else, ma'am?
Carnival.
It's a union territory.
It's a
Festive atmosphere.
It's a union territory.
Festive atmosphere is there. Next,
Water sports. Water sports.
water sports. Then,
Ma'am, tourist place.
actually, this Goa is the center for all the foreigners, especially who are the foreigners who take center Goa as the center. Any idea, children?
Ma'am, Britishers.
Oh, no. The Portuguese people. Do you know about Portuguese people? Who is the first Portuguese man landed in India? Where he landed? Any idea? I think it's become an social studies classes. Who is the first Portuguese? Who Portuguese man? Or very good. Who said that one?
I'm Dayanidhi.
Dayanidhi. Give him good clap, children. Dayanidhi, it's a very good one. For the first European, that is a Portuguese who's landed in
He
India.
is landed in the Kerala, ma'am.
He's landed in Kerala. Which place? Any idea?
Kozhikode.
Calicut. Very good. Who said that one?
Shakti, ma'am.
Shakti. Give Shakti also good clap, children. Clap, clap, everyone. Okay, Sanjit is clapping. Very good, very good. The first European who landed in India is a Portuguese. His name is Vasco da Gama. He landed in Calicut. That place name is Kapad. Okay, so this Portuguese, the center of Portuguese is Goa. They took Goa as their center. They are the last people. First, the Britishers, yeah, apart from Britishers, the Portuguese, the Dutch, the Chinese, all these people, they came and they established their business in India. But who monopolized Indians? The Britishers, they monopolized and they left the India first, then slowly other people also they left India, but still now we can see the Portuguese people and their colony in, I think in even Pondicherry also it is there, Pondicherry and Goa. So one street is dedicated for Goan people. So here we can say that Goa is mostly taken by Portuguese people. Even their culture, tradition, their style, their way, behaviors, everything was spread in Goa. Got it? So that what happened there, how they influence the culture, how they influence the tradition. All these things we can see in this lesson, the baker from Goa. Got it, children? What's the name of the lesson? The baker from Goa. Shall I start?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, very good, very good. Baker from Goa. What do you mean by baker, children?
Ma'am, who prepared the cake bakery here?
Those who are doing baking business. Baking, very good. This is a pen portrait of a traditional Goan village baker who still has an important place in his society. Now also, the Goan bakers, they have an important place in Goan society. How it is? Let us see. Our elders. Whether my voice is breaking to everyone?
No, ma'am.
Sanjit, it is only to you. Other Sanjit, it is only to you. All others, it is clear only, no? Dayanidhi, Kanish Krishna, Kanish Raja.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. See, point with the fingers, children. Our elders. It is a pen portrait. What do you mean by pen portrait? Through the pen, the narrator is giving a picture about the area. So that is what is known as pen portrait. இப்போ நம்ம அது படிச்சா ஒரு லெசன் ஆனாலும் ஒரு ஸ்டோரி ஆയാലും படிச்சா we feel that we are in that area. இப்போ நம்ம கோவையை பத்தி பேசியா we feel that we are in Goa. If I am telling about you in Kerala, you feel that you are in Kerala. That is the ability of the writer. Such kind of writing is known as pen portrait, giving a clear idea or detailed idea about a particular thing. So our elders, it is a narration. Who is the narrator here? The writer himself is the narrator. What is the name of the writer? What is the name of the writer? Who wrote A Baker from Goa?
Lucio Rodriguez.
Lucio Rodriguez. Good. Our elders are often heard reminiscing nostalgically about those good old Portuguese days. Those good old Portuguese days, the Portuguese and their famous lovers of bread. Those eaters of the loaves might have vanished, but the makers are still there. We still have amongst us the mixers, the molders, and those who bake loaves. Those age-old time tested furnaces still exist. The fire in the furnaces has not yet been extinguished. The thud and jingle of the traditional baker's bamboo, heralding his arrival in the morning, can still be heard in some places. Maybe the father is not alive, but the son still carries on the family profession. event today known as Padar in Goa. Underline the word Padar, children. Padar in Goa. Underline the word Padar. Read that paragraph silently. Read it silently. Two minutes I will give you. In that 2 minutes, you have to read. Completed reading, children?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. See.
Yes, ma'am.
First, our elders, the narrator is telling to us that our elders are often heard reminiscing nostalgically about those good old Portuguese days. What they are thinking about? They are thinking about the good old Portuguese days. Our elders are reminiscing. What do you mean by reminiscing? Nostalgically, that means thinking very thinking about the past. How they are thinking about the past? Because they are thinking in thinking very fondly. What do you mean by fondly? Fondly means affectionately. What do you mean by thinking fondly? Fondly means affectionately. Got it, children? Underline the word reminiscing nostalgically. That means thinking fondly. What they are thinking about? They are thinking about the good old Portuguese days. They have a very good Portuguese olden days. The Portuguese and their famous loaves of bread. What do you mean by loaves of bread? LOVES. Loaves, Nana.
Ma'am, a
Loaves.
collective noun used before bread, ma'am. A collective noun, ma'am. Used
Pieces
for
of bread. Yes, pieces of bread. Those eaters of loaves might have vanished, but the makers are still there. So, what the narrator is telling to us, the lovers of the bread, those who are eating the bread, who are the eaters of the bread here? The Portuguese people. The eaters of the bread might have vanished. They went away from India or Goa so long back. But what is still there? What is still there, children? But the makers are still there. But the makers are still there. Who is still there? The makers of the bread. That means the bakers are still. The bakers are still there. Those eaters of the loaves might have vanished, but the makers are still there. We still have amongst us the mixtures, the molders. We have the mixtures, the molders, and those who bake the loaves. Those age-old time-tested furnaces still exist. The fire in the furnaces has not been extinguished. What are the things are there? Their furnaces is there. The furnaces means, what do you mean by furnace? The hearth. Hearth means the place where the bakers are baking the bread. It is still there. But what is not there? The fire is not there. But that means it is not in the working condition. But the fire in the furnaces has not yet been extinguished. That is a metaphorical usage. That means the baker still is there, but the lovers of the bread went away. That means the Portuguese people, they went away. But who was there? What is there? The furnaces and its fire not yet been extinguished. Tamil Selvan, if you are saying the answer, say it loudly. Okay. The thud and jingle of, turn the next page, children. The thud and jingle of the traditional baker's bamboo. One minute, children. So according to the poet, the bakers are not there, but what else is there? Their furnace is there. What tradition they spread in Goa, it is also still there. The thread and jingle of traditional baker's bamboo, heralding his arrival. What do you mean by heralding? Underline the word heralding and write heralding, announcing. Announcing his arrival in the morning can still be heard in some places. We can still we can hear it in some places. Maybe the father is not alive, but the son still carries on the family profession. These bakers are even today known as the padre in Goa. So what the poet is telling, narrator is telling to us that the culture what they spread, it is still alive in Goa, and the the bakers are there. Even Portuguese people, they went away from Goa. Who are there? The bakers are there. What they are doing? They are doing the family profession. Bakers baking of bread is become a family profession is there. Maybe in the Portuguese days, father is doing the work. Then generation after the generation, it is carried to one generation to next generation. It become a family profession. So, no, now the bakers are known as, what they are known as in Goa? They are known as father in Goa. What is the name the Goan people given to the bakers? What is the name given to the bakers? Say, children. What is the name given to the bakers in Goa? What is the, am I audible? What is the name given to the bakers in Goa? What is the name given to the bakers in Goa? Padder. Padder. P-A-D-E-R. Padder. Okay. That paragraph, understand, children? Any doubt in that paragraph? So what the poet is telling, sorry, what the narrator is telling to us, still in Goa, what is there? The bakers and baking profession is there. The baking profession and the who bring to the Goa, the baking who brings to Goa, the Portuguese people because they are the eaters of bread. They love bread very much. So they are the eaters of bread. During their ruling time, they promoted baking as a good profession in Goa because they love bread very much. Still, the narrator is telling that still the bread eaters are there. That is become native people. So we can say that the lovers of bread is not there. That is Portuguese people, but the makers of bread is there. Who are the makers of the bread? That is the native people of Goa. They carried out it as a family profession from father to son. Likewise, it was spreading in Goa. Got it, children? Hema Varshini, read the paragraph. Hema Varshini. Am I audible? Am I audible, children?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. You're audible.
Yes, ma'am.
Very good, very good. Hema Varshini, read the lesson. Hema Varshini. Akash. Akash.
Ma'am, can you hear me, ma'am?
Yes, yes. Read the lesson.
Yes, ma'am.
First paragraph alone. Read fast.
A baker from Goa. Our elders are often heard reminiscing nostalgia about those good. Ma'am, can you hear me, ma'am?
Yes, yes. Continue, continue. Fine only.
Those acres of loss might have vanished, but the markers of their still are. We still have among us the mixer, the molders, and those who bake the loaves. Those age-old times tested furnace still exist. The fire in the furnace has been existing.
Hema Varshini. Dayanidhi, read the lesson, Dayanidhi.
Ma'am,
Read the lesson, Pa. I think she has some network issues. You read the lesson.
I'm from first or continued, ma'am.
From the beginning, from the beginning.
Okay. I'm the breaker from Goa. This is a
Yes.
pen pot. This is a pen portrait of a traditional Goan village baker who still has an important place in his society. Our elders are often heard reminiscing nostalgically about those good old Portuguese days. The Portuguese and their famous loaves of bread, those eaters of loaves might have vanished, but the makers are still there. We still have among us as the mixers, the molders, and those who age-old time says that furnaces still the fire in the furnaces has not yet been extinguished. The third and jingle of the traditional baker's bamboo, heralding his arrival in the morning, can still be heard in some places. Maybe the father is not alive, but the son still carries on the family profession. These bakers are even today known as padder in Goa. During our childhood in Goa, the baker used to be our friend, companion, and guide. He used in common at least twice a day. Once, when he set out in the morning on his sailing round, and sailing around, and then again when he returned after emptying his huge basket. The jingling thud of his bamboo woke us up from sleep, and we ran to meet and greet him. Why was it so? Was it for the love of the loaf? Not at all. The loaves were out by some Baskin or Bastin, the maid servant of the house. Was those bread bangles which we choose carefully. Sometimes it was sweet bread of special bakers made his musical entry on the scene with the jang jang sound of his specially made bamboo staff. One hand supported the basket on his head and the other banged the bamboo on the ground. He would greet the lady of the house with good morning and then place his basket on the vertical bamboo. The kids would be pushed aside with a mild rebuke and the loaves would be delivered to the servant. But we would not give up. We would climb a tree, climb a bench or the parapet and peep into the basket. Somehow I can still recall the typical fragrance of those loaves for the elders and the bangles for the children. Then we did not even care to brush our teeth or wash our mouths properly. And why should we? Who would take the trouble of plucking the mango leaf for the toothbrush? Why was it necessary at all? The tiger never brushed his teeth. Hot tea could wash and clean up everything so nicely. After all, marriage gifts are meaningless without the sweet breakdown on us the bowl. Just a pie or a pig, loaves, crumbs without bread. Not enough can be said to show how important a beggar can be for a village. The lady of the house must prepare sandwiches on the occasion of her daughter's engagement. Cakes and bolinas are must for Christmas as well as other festivals. Thus, the presence of baker's furnace in the village is absolutely essential. The baker or bread seller of those days had a peculiar dress known as the kabad. It was single piece long frock reaching down to the knees. In our childhood, we saw bakers wearing a shirt and trousers which were shorter than full length ones and longer than half pants. Even today, anyone who wears a half pant which reaches just below the knees invades the comment that he is dressed like a padder. The baker usually collected his bills at the end of the month. Monthly accounts used to be recorded on some bill in pencil. Baking was indeed a profitable profession in the old days. The baker and his family never sad. His family and his servants always looked happy and prosperous. The plum physic was an open testimony to this. Even today, any person with a jackfruit-like physical appearance is easily compared to the baker. Second also, ma'am.
No need, no need, no need. You can see the pictures of the bakers here, children.
Yes, ma'am.
Children, can you see the baker there? It's
Yes,
bamboo. Okay. In that bamboo sticks, so many bells are there. Is it visible, children?
Yes, ma'am.
He used it to beat this thread on the this stick on the road and coming. So that is what is known as jingling sound. Here you see how he is keeping his bread basket on the bamboo stick. This is bamboo stick. So that bamboo sticks is full with what? It's full with bells. While it is beating on the floor, what will hear? The nice sound will come out. So that is the coming, that we can see, we can hear the coming of, we can notice the coming sound of baker. Understood?
Yes,
Got
ma'am.
it till there? So understand, say that is the baker is arriving to the place. That let us see that one. Your childhood in Goa, our friend Kanai, he used to come at least twice a day, once in the morning, he came round, and then again when he returned after emptying, he jingled down his bamboo, woke us up from the sleep, and we ran to meet and greet him. Why was it so? Was it for love of the love? Not at all. The love they brought by some made servant of the house. What we long for those breads which we choose carefully. Sometimes it was sweet bread of special make. So that is what how he is explaining to us that this is an explanation about how they loved the baker. It's a baker become a friend of them because every day the bakers are coming to their houses early morning. They are waking up by hearing the sound of the baker itself. Got it, children? So the bakers become the main part of their Goan life. So in this paragraph, they are explaining that why they want to see the bakers. They don't want to see the baker. They don't want to see the breads, but they want to choose the bread bangles, the bread in the shape of the bangles, especially for children. Got it that paragraph? Because I am going a little bit fast. Already, I think this lesson completed. This is the bread making process. You can see. It is all, but it is old modern. Okay, shall I close it, children?
Ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
You can go through the Google and see how the bakers are making the bread in the furnaces. This is the olden form of furnace. Now we can say that it is an olden form of oven, microwave oven, no? That one. So I think we can close it here. Okay, the next day we can continue. I will give you the class for writing. Okay, children?